everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Lottie. Everything here is made with a Lottie love, and I have a lot to celebrate this week. I have now hit 1,000 subscribers, so I've been offered an interview to do my doctorate. So here is a celebration card that I am going to make from a Spellbinders Large Die of the month, which I got on sale a while back. I'm just going to use the bottle, and I'm going to make a 5x7 card with this. So I'm just going to line it up on my card topper, and I am going to cut that out with my die machine. A big shout out to my bestie, to the posh paper lady, Sherry. Her motto is be kind, and I totally stand by that. So thank you, Sherry. You have been more than kind to have done that for me. So, and thank you to all you lovely crafting community. You are just all beyond gracious and lovely. Thank you. And so I've got this starburst die, which came in a set from Amazon, and I thought it would give just the right look for a popping champagne bottle. So I'm going to strategically place that into the already cut out bottle. I'm going to put that underneath so that it doesn't cut anything of the bottle, and as you can see, it just looks perfect for the spray from the top of the bottle. Now, because this is a shaker card, I'm going to cut a piece of card that is going to be big enough to cover the back of the cutout, and then we can stick all of this on top of a card base. So I just used my pen to outline it, and I'm going to trim that straight with my trimmer. And then to add a little bit of glam and glitz, I have my holographic card, a piece of scrap. Yes, more scraps. I had a piece of scrap of this holographic cardstock, which I'm going to put behind the spray, the bubbles, and that will just have a nice pop of colour when the card is turned round. Bring in the acetate, and I am going to trim that to be the same size as the card I have just cut for the base. Everything I use in this video I will link in the description box below. Some of the links are affiliated, which means it costs you nothing, but it does add a little something for me in my baby love's pocket. And then I am just going to line around the bottle with my double-sided tape, so it's got a nice secure grip to the acetate. And then I decided, you know what, I don't think I want it just plain, so I did this as an afterthought. So if you're going to do this card, maybe stick the mirror card on underneath after you have inked it. But I'm using this VersaFine Clair ink in Golden Mellow. I think it just has such a lovely pigment to it, and it's just going to give this card a really lovely pop of colour. So I'm rubbing the edge of the blending brush against the die cut, so it's got a really vivid edge around the bottle, and then I'm blending it outwards so that it looks like a flash of colour. And give this a bit of a clean down. And then I'm going to peel off the double-sided tape just around the edge of that bottle, and then I'm going to stick down that sheet of acetate. Then just flip it round and trim off those excess overhangs of the card. And then we can get to the fun bit in the middle, which is adding the sequins. So I've got some light greens, darker greens, and I've got my dewdrop gems, which I just think add some extra bubbly looks, bubblicious look. it will add some bubblicious looks to the inside of that card. And then bringing in the 3D tape, I've realised I've got a very thin edge on one side of that, so I am making sure that I line this all up nicely so that not too much, so that the 3D tape doesn't show through that gap. So I'm just trimming this 3D tape in half and lining that up so that it will, it took a little bit of fiddly, but next time if I made it, I think I would probably move the die over just a smidge more, just so that I didn't have to do that fussy bit. But it works, so it's fine. Now put the topper over the top of those 3D pieces of tape and make sure it's just stuck down really well, and that's your shaker bit done, and then we can decorate the rest of the card. So I've got in my little die cut pieces, and I'm just going to blend some of them in the VersaFine Clear red. This one's called Strawberry, and again the pigment on this ink is just beautiful. And a little touch of VersaFine Clear Shady Lane. And just blending in with some Distress Ink Vintage Photo for the cork. Then I'm just going to use my glue, and I'm going to stick on all these little pieces. So this is the top of the bottle, which is the green, the piece I blended green. Then we've got the base of the bow, and I'm just going to stick that onto the neck of the bottle. Then the little middle of the bow. And then for some reason my camera stopped recording, so I think you get the gist. I stuck all of the pieces down onto the bottle. And now I'm just adding some of my gems to the top, and to show condensation on the bottle, as well as just add a little sparkle. I think all the little details are what makes a card extra special. Then we're just going to flip it over and add some 3D squares, rectangles, onto the back of that card, and we're going to place that on top of a card base. As you can see, I stuck the cork down at the top, so it looks like it's popped out of the top with the fizz, and I think it just looks really cute. Then I stamped a sentiment of happy birthday. I backed it with more of that holographic card, and I'm just going to stick that down onto the top of the card, and it just looks so pretty. I think this is really one of my favourite cards I've ever made. I probably say that about every card I make, and all I can say is I think I show progression every time I make a card. I surprise myself sometimes. Just a few more dewdrop gems to finish it off. And I love how the dew gem drops look like water or wet, so it really adds to the impact of the exploding bottle of bubbly. And that's the card all finished, done, beautiful. So if you like this, please like, subscribe and comment, and I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much, and as always, I'll see you soon.